Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm excited to introduce to you my series of literacy videos, English Reading and Spelling Rules. This program is designed to teach reading and spelling concurrently, enabling you to develop the critical skills necessary to become proficient readers and spellers. Join us on this journey to improve literacy skills and boost confidence in reading and spelling. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Let's get started.
We have talked about articles, and two of the articles we have talked about is a and an. Remember, we use a in front of base words that have a consonant sound. An example, a pan. Remember, a can be pronounced two ways. It can be a or a. Both is correct. We use an in front of base words that have a vowel sound at the beginning. Example, an ant. We're going to practice using a and an today. On our lesson 18, we have some words here at the top. Let me move them down so you can see them better. And let's look at our first word. That word says lad, and the sound of L is L. That is a consonant sound, so that means we're going to use a. It's going to be a lad or a lad. Lad means boy. Okay, let's look at our next word. Asp. Asp starts with a. That is a vowel sound, so we're going to use an. An asp. Let's go to the next word. The next word is ill. I is the beginning sound. Is it a vowel sound or is it a consonant sound? Correct. It is a vowel sound. So we're going to use an. A, N. And ill. Let's go to our next word. Hill. That's one of our new sounds. Is that a vowel sound or a consonant sound? It's a consonant sound, so it's going to be a. A hill or a hill. Both is correct. And our last word, lint. Lint starts with L. Is that a vowel sound or a consonant sound? Correct, it is a consonant sound, so it's going to be a. A lint or a lint. Nice job. H hat h. F fire f. D dog d. S salad s. S rose z. L lemon l. P pig p. N nine n. I itch I. I. Look at my mouth. Repeat the sound that I make. Name the letter that makes that sound and write the letter. Here we go. Number 1. S. S. Final position. S. S. Number 2. T. T. 3. N. N. 4. I. 5. D. 6. L. 7. T, 8, I, A, 9, Z, S voiced, 10, F, 11, H. Good job. We're going to learn something new today. I have 3 phrases here. I have Anne's pen, Dan's fist, Sid's flan. Now, these 3 phrases have something in common. What do you notice that they have in common? Oh, yes, they all have apostrophe S. I see apostrophe S here, here, and here. This little mark here is called an apostrophe. It looks like a comma, but it's up in the air. And then there's an S that follows it. Apostrophe S, apostrophe S. Let's see if you can figure out what apostrophe S means. This pen belongs to Anne. The fist belongs to Dan. The flan or flan belongs to Sid. What do you think apostrophe S means? What did I repeat 3 times? Yeah, you're right. Apostrophe S means belongs to. So the pen belongs to Anne. So that's our new learning for today. Apostrophe S means that it belongs to. We use apostrophe S to show that something belongs to a person or to something. This person's name right here is Anne. Anne is one. She's singular. We use apostrophe S to show that something belongs to one thing or one person. Today we learned that when we want to show that something belongs to one singular someone or to something, we add an apostrophe and an S. This shows ownership or possession, as in Anne's pen, that the pen belonged to Anne. So we're going to be working with that today in our reading. We're going just to read line number 1 here. If you want this PDF, this worksheet, you can find it, how to get to it, in the description below the video. Let's look at our first phrase. We have 2 words. We always just code word by word, and then we'll read it together at the end. Let's look at the first word. We know this is apostrophe and S, but remember in English, S always has 2 sounds. We always have to look when S is at the end, what letter is coming before it. We know if we have a consonant that vibrates, the S is going to vibrate. Does the L sound, L, touch your throat? Is it vibrating? Yes, it is. So that means S is going to be voiced. It's going to make the Z sound. So I'm just putting a little voice line on it. Let's find our vowel. A vowel is which letter? A, that's correct. And it's in a closed syllable. Remember that consonants close those syllables up. A vowel in closed syllable short, code it with a brief. What is the sound of short vowel A? Ah. Can you read this first word here? House. Now let's look at our second word in the phrase. Find that vowel. I. That vowel is an enclosed syllable. Code it with a breve. What is the sound of short I? I. Read that word. Fist. That S is making a S sound because it's not the final sound. That S is just making a normal S sound, okay? Read that phrase. Very good. How's fist? That fist belongs to a person named Hal. Let's go on to the second word in that first line. Looking again, where is our vowel in the first word here? It is A. A vowel in a close syllable short, code it with a breve. What is going to be the sound of that short vowel A? Correct, A. We have this final S. Look at that letter that comes before it. Touch your throat and make the D sound. D. D. Is it vibrating? Yes, so that means S is also going to vibrate. Let's make that voice line to let us know that we're going to have to say this with a Z sound. Let's just read that very first word here. Dads. So something is going to belong to Dad. Let's look at our next word here. Finding the vowel is which letter? Right, it's A. A vowel in a close syllable short, code it with a breve. This is going to be the short vowel A sound. What is that short vowel A sound? Very good. It is A. Let's look at that final S. Look at the letter before the final S. Make the sound of that T. 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 Is your voice, the vocal cords vibrating? No, it's not. So that means that S is going to make just a S sound. Okay? Read that last word. Pants. Very good. Now read those two words together. Good. Dad's pants. Nice job. Oh, and I forgot to put a circle around my suffix S, meaning more than one. Dad's pants. Those pants belong to Dad. All right, let's move on to our next word. Looking at our first word here, finding our vowel, which is correct, A. A vowel in a close syllable short, code it with a breve. What is the sound of this A here? Correct, A. Look at the next letter. We have two like consonants side by side. We need to mark one out. Its sound will hide. We're not going to pronounce both of those N's. Just that first one. And then right here we have apostrophe S, meaning that something here is belonging to this. But we need to figure out what the sound of this S is. Look at that N letter. Make that sound. Touch your throat. Is that letter vibrating? It sure is. So that means that this S is going to vibrate. It's going to make the Z sound. I'm making my voice line there. Can you read this first word here? Correct. An's. So something is belonging to Anne. Let's look at our last word here. Where is our vowel? Right, it's A. That vowel is in a closed syllable. Code it with a breve. It's going to make the I sound. Read that word there. Good. Hand. Let's read both of those words. Anne's hand. That means that hand belongs to Anne. Our last phrase here. Looking at our first word here. Where's our vowel here? Right, it's the A. A vowel in a closed syllable short. Code it with a breve. What is the sound of short A? Ah. Now we got two S's here. We always know initial S says S. So that's easy. But let's look at this final S. Look at that letter before that final S. It's going to dictate the sound of the final S. What is the sound of this letter? Correct. N says N. Are you touching your throats? Is it vibrating? N. Yes, it is. So that means that S is going to vibrate. It's going to make that Z sound. Can you read that first word here? Stands. Very good. So something is belonging to stand. Let's see what belongs to stand. Let's find our vowel. What letter? Yeah, that vowel is in a close little coated with a breathe. What is the sound of short A? Very good. It's A. Read that word. Pal. All right, let's read both those words together. Stands pal. That pal, that friend, belongs to stand. Very good. Today we're going to practice spelling 4 phrases. The first phrase that we're going to spell is Al's hat. Repeat that. Al's hat. So that hat belongs to Al. Let's spell Al first. We hear a Al. We hear a. What's that? Oh, yes, that's an A, but we're going to put it capital because that's somebody's name. Al. What makes a L sound? L. And we said Al's hat. So something is belonging to Al. Al is one person. He's singular, meaning one. So let's put our apostrophe S. Something here belongs to Al. And our last word we said with that Al's hat is hat. So it's a H. Good. It's an H. What's a A? A. T. Let's read that phrase. Al's hat. Let's go to number 2 here. I'm going to spell another phrase. It says Tad's lip. Repeat that with me. Tad's lip. Let's write Tad first. Now we know this is a name, so we're going to start it with a capital. T. What's that letter? Correct, it's a T. A. D. Tad's. What is going to make that Z sound? Yes, that letter S is going to make that Z sound. Now, to show that this, whatever is here, belongs to Tad, remember we have to have that apostrophe S. All right, let's go to our second word in our phrase, lip. L, L, I, I, P, P. Read that word. Good, that phrase said Tad's lip. The lip belonged to Tad. Let's go to number 3. The phrase is Dad's hat. Dad's hat. How are we going to spell dad? Yes, with a D. Let's put a capital D. What's a A? A. D. D. And we're hearing a Z. Dad's. What letter? Yes, an S. That D is vibrating, so that S vibrates. Something here belongs to Dad. What do we need here? Correct. Apostrophe S. Dad's hat. H. H. A. A. T. T. Read that phrase. Very good. Dad's hat. Our last phrase. Dan's list. Repeat that. Dan's list. Dan is a name. Let's spell Dan with a capital D. Correct. Capital D. A. A. N. N. Dan's. We're making the Z sound. Yes, that S is. That S is vibrating because the N vibrates. The letter before it vibrates. Something here belongs to Dan. What do we need to add? Correct. Apostrophe S. All right, let's spell the word list. L, L, I, I, S, S, T, T. Read that phrase. Correct. Dan's list. When we want to show that something belongs to someone or something, singular, one, we add an apostrophe S, such as Anne's pen. That means the pen belongs to Anne. Article A is used before words that begin with a consonant sound, such as a pen or a pen. Article an goes before base words that begin with a vowel sound, such as an ant. When we see two like consonants side by side, we mark out one. Its sound will hide. We do not pronounce the sound of both consonants. Initial S is pronounced S, as in sat. S says Z after a short vowel sound, as in is. A suffix is a letter or letters added to the end of a base word. We circle suffixes. Consonant suffix S means more than one, as in cats. I have 2 cats. If suffix S follows an unvoiced sound, that means suffix S is unvoiced, as in tips. If suffix S follows a voiced consonant, the S is voiced, as in pans. Final SS is pronounced S, as in pass.
Thank you for joining us for this lesson on English reading and spelling rules. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot. Don't forget to practice what we covered today to strengthen your reading and writing skills. Remember, each lesson brings us closer to the goal of our becoming proficient readers and writers. So stay motivated and keep practicing. Don't miss our next lesson where we'll continue exploring more important rules and concepts. If you like this video, give it a like and share it with your friends and family. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with all our new lessons. See you in the next lesson. Keep learning and improving every day.